I don't know if you can tell, but there's like 3 little turtles down in those rocks over there. They're so cute. They look so peaceful. I love this tree. Look at all of the branches reaching out. Looks like a bunch of arms. Beautiful. At this park in the Meiji Shrine, just taking time to slow down and touch grass, really just let my nervous system kind of decompress. Been just moving around so much and taking so much in, and it's been awesome and beautiful and great to kind of turn off my mind from the racing thoughts I sometimes can have, but also just like the constant consumption. And this is a different kind of consumption. It's not like on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or something where it's just like content overload, you know. It's just like a different kind of stimulation where you're just always a little bit on edge trying to figure out a new environment and seeing amazing sights and trying to take pictures and capture it all. And it's been awesome, but trying to find the balance between being super present in the moment and trying to create those mementos that I can look back on. But I think I did just need a few more minutes to kind of just slow down and really reconnect with how I'm feeling. I'm someone who feels so deeply all the time, but when I'm super overstimulated in the sense of so much to see, I tend to pause the reflection and connection to myself and my source. And in this last hour, I just took the time to lay still and kind of reconnect and pray and meditate. I did the Ram Dass loving awareness meditation, and he just repeats over and over, like, you are loving awareness and you are an individual, but you're part of a whole, and you are God and God is all around. And it's just kind of a theme that I've been seeing and contemplating. So it was just a nice second to slow and pause. And even though I've been feeling super out of place, traveling does that to you, and it's honestly a great feeling. It's great to like see how small you are. But after like just so many big changes with graduation, and then I'm moving away from my friends, only a few minutes, but still a change from living with all your friends. There's just been so many transitions in this last year, so much loss and growth and relationships ending and starting, and it's just been such a whirlwind, and that's kind of always how life is going to go. I want to get to a place where I find inner peace and connection and content wherever I go, because it's within rather than sourced by who's around me and who loves me in that moment, or feeling like I belong in a place or at a job or anything like that. Just something I've been working on and really meditating with. So this was a nice moment to just pause and remember that I'm an individual who's experiencing a lot and big changes, but my peace and love and light comes from within, and it's something I can take with me wherever I go. This was such a good way to start my morning and just help ground me from my little episode yesterday. I I kind of forgot I was in Tokyo while I was walking around through the peace of the trees and hearing all the birds chirp and everything. But now that I'm getting closer to the city, I can hear all the cars and all the bustling, and I'm like, oh my god, I am in the biggest city in the world. But this was such a good and grounding way to start the day. Not even missing. I feel like I want to wait so people are like walking into me. Oh, maybe it's not in the crossroads. Underwhelming. To update yesterday, but I went to my favorite little town in Tokyo now. It's called Jumbocho, and it's basically just an entire town with vintage and antique books and crafts, and there's a few little vintagey kind of stores with knickknacks, but I spent so long just looking around at all of the books, and I got so many prints that I truly did not need, but now I have great gifts and a little gallery for my room. I'm gonna have to give you a haul later. I also got this little bolo-ish tie necklace. I've been looking for something for just like this, so I'm so happy. Today I have another artsy day planned. I'm going to the Mori Art Museum and then gonna bop around all the vintage shops. So that exhibit was incredible. So thought-provoking, so moving. Honestly, I left feeling like skeeved out a little almost, but just kind of analyzing the relationship between AI and robots and technology and its impact on humanity and consciousness, and it was honestly just incredible. I have so many thoughts, and I'll probably make another video just about my thoughts on that, but I have a lot to reflect on. It was great. To this little shop, and I met the store owner. She gave me this paper crane. Her name is Machiko, and I was talking to her about my trip so far, and telling her I'm Okinawan, told her my name's Emiko, and she said, oh, my sister's name is Emiko. We just were chatting it up a little bit. She was so cute and telling me this area is very sophisticated, so go to Harajuku, where's all the young people. And she was like, I have a little something for you that I made. She just gave me this little crane. It's so cute. The people that I have been talking to here have been so hospitable and just so interested in my trip and my name and my background, so it's so cute. I love it. I'm on a museum kick right now because I'm tired of spending money on clothes and shopping, even though I keep doing that at the museums anyway. But today I'm at Tokyo Museum of Contemporary Art. I think it's a pretty big one, so spend a few hours here and then I'm meeting up with my Japanese friend later. My time in Tokyo is coming to a close tonight. Well, I guess tomorrow morning. I'm heading to Okinawa, which I'm so excited for, and it's just gonna be such a well-needed retreat from all of the hustle and bustle that is Tokyo. I've definitely enjoyed my experience here. It was kind of hard, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wasn't fully solo traveling because I do have friends and Kristen's family close by that I could see if I had the option, but it did turn into a little bit more of a solo adventure every day. I saw Kristen a few times at night, but I really forced myself to just listen to what I needed in each moment while walking around the cities. If I wanted to stop and sit down for a while, I would do it. If I wanted to go and shop or go in a little store or exhibit, I would do it. So that was just a good sense of autonomy that I gave myself, and try to give myself grace when I need to rest and not feel so drawn to an agenda. I think I learned that I do need a little bit more structure than I planned out for myself, and if I'm going to come back to Tokyo or just future solo travels, I do want to have a little bit more of a plan in mind so I don't feel frustrated for the aimless wandering. Overall, it was such an interesting experience, just taking the time to be so silent and so observant in a culture that's felt super different from the United States and Europe and the other places I visited. I have seen just like how respectful and obedient of a culture this is, at least in just the way that people interact with the city day to day. Like, the biggest thing is just waiting at a crosswalk, even if it's like a 10-foot little intersection and there's no cars coming down the alleyway. Like, people will wait for that light to change. And the cleanliness and respect for parks. I mean, there's still trash on the ground sometimes, but like just the way that people engage is more respectful than I've seen in other ways. And the other thing is just like the respect and the silence. I don't know if that comes from a place of silence for your neighbors or just a more meditative internal kind of culture. I mean, that could be a religious tie, but I don't know that that necessarily translates in the day-to-day way of being. But I don't know, I've just been so surprised that even though this is the biggest city in the world, you still do feel pretty small and forced to be internal. That also just comes with not knowing the language. But I don't know, it's just always so interesting to wonder what it would look like if you were actually a part of that culture. So I've been learning so much, I've been taking so much in, and I'm excited to have more time in nature to just like fully allow myself to process this all and create and work on some of my videos and projects that I've been compiling but have had no time to actually get started on. Every time I travel, I learn more and more that I want to take back to the United States with me and just understand differences in culture. And this is just one of my favorite things. Even though it feels uncomfortable being alone and not knowing what's going on most of the time. I don't know, that's a part of traveling and that's part of being in a culture that's not your own. So I hope I've been able to engage in the most meaningful way possible, and I don't know, I'm just so thankful for this experience and so interested to see how being in Okinawa, a place that at least on paper feel more connected to. I'm excited to see how I'll feel in those spaces, learning about their culture and being a part of it, but still an outsider.